The Harry Potter show has officially kicked off its filming, and we have a ton of set leaks and reveals on what the actors are going to look like in their roles. We finally have our first images of Harry at the zoo with the Dursleys. Along with that, we have a new report and rumor that says Voldemort has already been casted, and it will be a surprise reveal in the first season. Now, on top of that, we have some details regarding when the first season will air, and so much more, guys. We have a lot to talk about. There's been a lot of Harry Potter news. It seems like every day that passes, we get more news about the Harry Potter show, and I wanted to wait until the dust kind of settled to really do a full video on this, and now that it has, we're going to talk about everything. So yeah, we have a lot to cover, so check the video chapters for easy viewing, and let's get started. So the first thing we're going to jump into is the production has officially kicked off for the Harry Potter TV series, including new casting updates and a first look at Harry. And here it is. This is Dominic McLaughlin as Harry Potter. You can see he's in the robes, which I do have some opinions about the robes, but I don't want to bore you with them. But I'd say the short of it is I thought that we're going to go with like a different style for the robes, but at the end of the day, it's iconic. The look is good. The scar placement is also pretty interesting, especially considering I thought that it was going to be closer to the center of his forehead, but that's fine. I think it looks good. It actually looks like a real scar. Yeah, jumping into the details from the article that the harrypotter.com posted, they said, firstly, we have our first glimpse of the new Harry, Dominic McLaughlin, trying on the iconic glasses and robes for the very first time. They then said more brilliant acting talent joins the series too, with Rory Wilmot playing Neville Longbottom, Amos Kitson as Dudley Dursley, I believe it's Louise Brealey as Madame Hooch, and Antor Lesser portraying the Great Wand Maker, Garrick Ollivander. Honestly, the Ollivander choice was my favorite by far. I also think Dudley Dursley looks the part. Not to be weird, like the actor looks like he's gonna have a punchable face in this show, which if you've seen the leaked set photos, which I'm about to show, like yeah, Dudley is gonna look like a total tool in this show, and honestly, no notes, they crushed it. Next up, we have our first look at Nick Frost as Rubeus Hagrid for the new Harry Potter series. Now this one I'm gonna talk about a little bit more, but according to the press release, they said comedy legend Nick Frost is about to take on a larger than life role, the lovable Hogwarts gamekeeper and half giant Hagrid. Here's our first look at him in costume in all of his bearded glory. So yeah, first and foremost, I have to say Nick Frost definitely looks the part for Hagrid. I do have some concerns about the beard and just the overall look. Like Hagrid is not going to be that clean shaven. Like you can see he's almost got like lines, like scruff him up a bit more, add some dirt in there. They don't have to like fully part his hair either at the top. Like this dude's a half giant. He's not like this clean shaven, like cleanliness dude. He's going to have some grit. His beard's not going to be like as lined up as it should be. So yeah, they need to add a little bit more like facial hair at the top, like make it so it's not like a fully clean cut. And that's my only real criticisms. I also think that his cheeks could be a bit bigger. Like he's obviously like Hagrid's a bigger dude, but it is worth mentioning that he's not Robbie Coltrane. He will never be Robbie Coltrane, and he's not trying to be Robbie Coltrane. Robbie was Hagrid. Now in terms of the costume design, absolutely love the costume design. Like I said, my only criticism is the beard. It needs to be a little bit more poofy, less clean shaven on the cheeks, and it's Hagrid, bro. Like add some dirt there. The dude puts cakes in his pocket, and honestly I think that's my criticism for like everybody that we've seen so far in costume. Like it all looks like way too good, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look as natural as the originals did, but I guess once the show progresses and we start to see more action, I'm sure that the costumes, the hair and the makeup will also evolve with the show. So next up, we have the first pics from the set of the Harry Potter TV series from the London Zoo. We have Harry and the Dursleys and images from the set, and they look absolutely insane. This is according to the Daily Mail. They said the first sets from the Harry Potter TV series see the cast descend on the London Zoo for the iconic Dudley Dursley birthday scene from the first book and movie. Now in the images, they show scenes just before Harry sneaks off from his cousin Dursley's birthday party at the London Zoo, where the youngster finds out that he's got magical powers after helping a Burmese python escape from the enclosure that it is living in. And then boom, we have our first image of Harry Potter in his muggle clothes at the London Zoo. And yeah, it looks much better. You can actually see the lightning bolt a lot better in this shot. But I will say the placement seems a bit off, although I believe they described it as being like off center right above his right eye, but this one seems a little bit more to the right side of his head than it does like more in the center. But if you look at some of the illustrations from the books, like some of them have it like centered straight like in the middle, but then there's others that are obviously off centered as well. And then I believe in the movies it was also above his right eye, but even in those movies it kind of varied. I believe they switched it from like the right to the left side as well at one point. Either way, I do think the scar looks more natural in this show than it does in some of the movies. Like some of the movies had the scar looking really bad. Yeah, this actually looks like a scar, not just like a line that's red. Next up, we have our first look at Dudley Dursley in costume, which if you're looking at this image of Dudley, like this looks like it's straight from the 90s. I know there were some concerns and some requests that they wanted the show to be modern day, not in the 90s. Have it take place in the 2020s, but that is not the case. It will be set in the 90s, just like the books, and you could see that just from the clothes. Our next set image shows Vernon Dursley in all of its glory, which I actually think this depiction is going to be really interesting. Also, once again, sporting the 90s look. Moving forward, we have yet another image of Harry at the zoo. We have another look at Vernon Dursley, who looks like he's getting his mustache fixed or something with his like makeup or something. And then we can see another image of Dudley Dursley, which again, looks like he's got a punchable face, which is exactly how it should be. What I find wild is if you look at Vernon Dursley and then you look at Petunia in the show and then Dudley, I don't know how the casting director did it. They found the perfect people for this. Hopefully they can act. I'm sure they can. I'm not really concerned about that. Yeah, those were all the leaked set photos we have so far. It seems like every day that's going to pass, we're going to get new set leaks, first look at new characters and all that stuff. And I think that that's just going to continue to happen as we approach the release date for the first season, which we got confirmed. The first season of the Harry Potter show, The Philosopher's Stone, I'm hoping they're going to name it, will be releasing in 2027. So yeah, we're going to have to wait a whole year and then some for the first season of the show. But it was also confirmed that the show is going to be filming the first and second season back to back. So if you're concerned about a potential like gap between each season, they're continuously filming both. So we're not going to have to wait as long to get the second season as we did with the first season. But that means we will likely see a gap between the second and the third, but I think that that's needed in my opinion. So next up, we have a pretty massive rumor that Voldemort has already been cast for the upcoming Harry Potter TV series. This is according to Redanian Intelligence, who reported that they said that the show is planning to keep the actor's identity secret until the first season airs, and that Voldemort will show up in multiple episodes in the first season. Now, honestly, I think this is an awesome idea. Shadow dropping who Voldemort will be in the first season would be an awesome way to reveal the casting, but it would also be kind of hard to keep a secret. But just think about it. The show starts out with Voldemort going to Harry's house, killing his father, killing his mother, and giving Harry Potter his scar, and that's how it starts. Not only are we getting the first reveal of Voldemort that I'm guessing will be a lot less snake-like before he died, because, you know, he did transform from the Tom Riddle to the more monstrous snake-like Voldemort as he created his Horcruxes. And then we get to see like the transformation from the less monstrosity that was Voldemort to whenever he got fully transformed and started to look a lot more snake-like. I think it'd be an awesome way to like plant the seed now, and then once the full transformation happens, like once the Dark Lord returns, seeing that transformation into the monstrosity that is Lord Voldemort would be really awesome. Now, when it comes to who they're going to pick to play Voldemort, it's hard saying. There's been rumors that they're going to pick somebody like, you know, Cillian Murphy to play Voldemort, or, you know, somebody that is a complete unknown, which I think that'd be really cool as well. But honestly, after seeing the Superman movie, I think Nicholas Hoult could play a really good Lord Voldemort. Like, my take right now is either have Cillian Murphy do it, Benedict Cumberbatch, or Nicholas Hoult. Those are my three that I'd love to see happen. But again, if they pick somebody that's more of a relatively unknown person and have them as Voldemort, that would be awesome. Now, the idea of them revealing Lord Voldemort this early has some fans like kind of split. In some ways, it would be smart to like have that slow, tense build up to Voldemort's presence, which could make his reveal even more crazy, while others prefer to just kind of keep Voldemort in the background and not do the full reveal until he returns in Goblet of Fire. It's hard saying what they plan to do. Obviously, things could change, but I do like the idea of keeping the actor completely unknown until the show actually drops, and then give us the big reveal during that. I think that would be cool. So in some ways, I think it might be better to reveal him early on so they don't have to worry about like his reveal being leaked or anything like that. They could just do it right out the gate and not have to worry about spoiling anything. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up with this video. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. Do you prefer them showing off Lord Voldemort in all of its glory in the first season, or do you rather have them just show the face on the back of Professor Quirrell, but have it like a little bit distorted so we don't exactly know who Lord Voldemort is, and wait to get the full actor reveal until the Goblet of Fire? Sound off in the comments, hit the like button if you enjoyed, and until next time, this has been Wes, and I will talk to you guys on the other side of the world. Mischief managed.